I know that it's been about, I don't know, a month, maybe a little bit more, since my last video. Um, I had holiday stuff, some birthdays in the family. I ended up getting sick, so I thought that I was going to be back a little bit sooner than I was, but here I am now. I hope that you guys had good holidays, a good New Year's, and I'm getting ready for Valentine's Day. I am hoping that this video will go out in a couple of days. It's gonna start cutting it a little bit close to Valentine's Day for this video, I feel like, but I still wanted to get it out for you guys. I did, while I was sick, create 3 new stickers for Valentine's Day. They are flowers, of course, um, a rose, carnation, and a tulip. So I'm wanting to get those printed out and ready, taken pictures of, posted everything by tomorrow, which will be the 1st of February while I'm recording this. But I'm wanting to get all of that done, and I will be showing you guys, of course, those stickers. I feel like I've been a little bit it probably feels like I've been a little bit flower focused recently, just because I've been doing flowers for the holidays that have been happening. But I am also designing some moths that I want to get up on the shop at some point, and then I am going to be designing some spiders as well to get up on the shop. I do have a lot more reptiles already designed. They're just not finalized for stickers yet, and I am going to be getting those finalized for stickers, but I want to finish kind of setting up the different, I guess, categories of stickers that I'm doing. So I already have the snakes, the lizards, and the frogs already set up. Then I'm wanting to set up and I did the flowers. Then I'm wanting to get set up a little section for the moss and the spiders. I do also want to get set up actually like turtles / tortoises as well. So I might do that before I start posting more of the other current reptiles that I have. Although turtles and tortoises are not as popular. So we'll see. That's some future talk. But right now, this video is gonna focus on getting those 3 new flower stickers for Valentine's Day set up. So I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the shop and start working on all of that, and we'll see what we get into if I have time for anything else. Made it over to the office, and I think I'm going to show you guys how I lay out the Cricut page for printing out these new stickers, because I don't have the page set up for them just yet, and I've shown what the Cricut page looks like, but I haven't walked you guys through how I've been doing it. So I'm gonna flip my camera around. I'll show you guys what the stickers look like, and then I will show you my process of laying out that page. And then we'll go through the whole printing, laminating, cutting as usual. And we'll see what else what else we get into. So let me flip you guys around to start on all that. So here is my first sticker that I designed. This is the rose, and then I have the carnation, and then I did a tulip, which this one I feel like people might not necessarily understand that it is a tulip because you don't normally see a top-down view of a tulip that often. So people might not necessarily get that it's a tulip, but it is a pretty looking pink flower. So I think that it will still work for the purposes of being a Valentine's Day flower that people might like. So I already have my Cricut open. And so what I have been doing is going to my stuff. I have been, I'll use this one. I've been opening up one of my other projects. Oops, that's the wrong button. I've been opening up one of my other projects, like this one, we'll say, because I already have the squares set up for like showing how big the page is and how big the actual size of the print and cut space is. And it might be a little bit different now because I think that they updated the Cricut at least once since I made it, but it still works for now, so I'm still using that. Let me go. I open up my folder and I have it all organized in a way that I understand where everything is. I upload my image. This is the rose I'm gonna do first. Here's what it's gonna look like. I don't have Cricut access, so I'm gonna tell it to upload as a flat graphic. And I upload it. There we go. And then this one is supposed to be, oh, this is supposed to be 3.5. So I just do it that way. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag this into my little folder here that has the sunflowers in it already, because that is the right size for the print and cut. And if you put them in a folder like this where it says attach, it doesn't change your layout once you have them all in a way that you want them to be organized. So then I just copy and paste my image and move them around where, oh no, I did the wrong thing. Oh, there we go. I move them around where they all fit, where they're not overlapping. And there might be a better way to do this. I just have been doing it this way because I might just do this one a full 180. Haven't really had time to mess around with it for... My dog just headbutted my door. But I haven't had a very long time to mess around with everything. Sit here, try to figure out the best possible optimization, but it's been working this way, so oh well. Now, I'm pretty sure I will only be able to do 4 flowers on a page, but that's okay. They are not too close together. I think that there's enough space in between that it shouldn't make them wrinkle. So then I'm going to tell it to save as, so I don't accidentally save over my sunflower. Come on. And I'm going to save this as a rose. Tell it to save that. There we go. And then from there, you can tell it to make. And as you see, the page shows them laid out exactly how I had it laid out because I attached them together in that folder. And I know down here it looks like there's a lot of space, but that space is not big enough to put another flower. It's not. I've tried with the sunflowers and the other ones and it's not enough space. So I do end up with a little bit more paper waste, I guess you could say, with the flowers than with some of the reptile stickers, but that's just the way it is. So then I tell it to continue and it will Bluetooth connect to my Cricut, and then I'll tell it to send to my printer. And I'm going to do all of that. There we go. And I'll click. And I usually tell it not to do the bleed because on here, on these stickers, I have the white outline. And I don't really think that having the bleed on there would necessarily hurt anything because it has the white outline, so it would just be bleeding the white. But I don't want it to potentially mess up the actual image, so I just always on these ones tell it not to do the bleed. On the logos and the thank you stickers, I do add the bleed so that whenever it cuts out, because it doesn't cut exactly 100% perfect on the sticker for those, since there's just circles. Sometimes there's a little bit of white that will end up around the edge, so on those I do add the bleed, but on these I don't, and it seems to be working that way for me. But I'm going to tell it to print and then I will come back to you guys. But that is a full kind of rundown of how I've been actually doing it. I don't think that I've shown that in a video. I've shown how it looks like this, but I don't think I've actually shown dragging and dropping everything in. So there you go. That's how I've been doing it. So anyway, I'll click print and then I'll get back with you guys. All right, I have 2 pages of the roses printed out. I'm going to do 2 of each of the flowers. So I went ahead and printed 2 out. They're both drying right now. You might be able to tell that They're not dry yet. But, I mean, you can kind of see right here on them that they're not dry just yet. The color hasn't fully seeped in, and so there's kind of a harsh line in between the really dark and the light highlight right now. But while those are drying, I went ahead and I cut out some laminate for these. I have all of my other stuff already out. For the rest of the stickers, I might cut these to this same size while I wait for these to dry enough to laminate them. Then I'll have to find something else to do while waiting for the next ones to dry. But this is going to be the right size for all of it, so I might go ahead and cut those out. And then and this also is my new laminate. I think it's a lot better than the other laminate that I had. This laminate is one that I ordered. The other laminate was one that I found at a store locally. So it worked for starting everything and laminating the other ones, but I am curious to see how this looks on a full sticker. And then I also do need to print out some more thank you and logo stickers, actually. So I was going to use, for that, I figured it would be a good time to test out this new paper. This is a smaller package than than this type of paper. This paper is not waterproof vinyl super glossy paper. So I've been wanting to test this, and I think using the logo and the thank yous to test this is a good idea. So I'm gonna try printing out a sheet on here and see how it works. Because on here it shows that you don't need to laminate it at all, and it should just go ahead and be waterproof. So if this works that way, then I won't need to keep ordering laminate, and I won't need to be ordering this type of paper anymore, which I think is more expensive than this. I don't know, I'll have to see which one's more than what, but I think that this, because this also is not the same brand. This is a different brand, so it's also not like name brand paper, but it's a lot less than the pack that I've got for this. So I don't know, I'll have to figure out pricing on all of that. But if this does work, then I'll stick with this from now on, once I run out of this paper, because I would like to use up all of the stuff that I have. So I'll continue to use all this stuff until it's gone, or if I figure out a different use for it, I'll switch that over for that and use this for my all of my printing of stickers from now on, if this works. So we'll see, but that's what I'm gonna plan on doing with that. And when I print the logo and thank you on here, I will show you guys how it does. And I'm going to test it without laminating it. And if it works without laminating, then I know that it's good. If I still need to laminate over the top of it for anything like maybe extra scratch protection or something, then it might not really matter a whole lot having that and this. So we'll see. This is still drying. I'll come back whenever I've gotten these all done. But I wanted to update you guys on what I do as I wait for things like this to happen, because it is kind of just a waiting game once you print. So I do busy myself in between printing out my stickers, but I'll tune back in with you guys once I'm to a more interesting point. Alright guys, while I'm waiting for the flowers to dry, I went ahead and printed out all of the flowers. All of them are drying though. While I am waiting for them to dry, I went ahead and printed out the thank yous and logos on that gloss paper, and I am very happy that it actually printed out this good. I was a little bit worried because even though that paper said that it works with the type of printer that I have, I still wasn't entirely sure that it would work, and it did. So I'm very happy with that. I don't think that I really actually need to let them necessarily dry like my flowers are right now. So I might go ahead and cut these to see how they do. But I'm very happy with how they're working initially right out the printer. So I'm going to get you guys set up where you can watch. All right, it's done cutting. So let us assess. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't directly centered, but they look like they're good enough. So let me turn you guys around. Okay, I have you set up. We're going to probably just pick this whole sheet off like so. There we go. And it made a bunch of little paper, I don't know what you call them, paper fuzzies. I'm not sure what you call it. But here's our first sticker, and it looks like it took off some of the ink when it cut through, like some of that like the what I called the paper dust is actually the ink from the edges of the cuts. I don't know if you can see it or not on the top edge right there like that, but we'll have to see how. I don't think that it's like super bad on on them. I mean, I can definitely see that it did it. So it probably would still be worth it would probably still be worth doing the lamination over the top of this paper to see if I can prevent it from doing that with the ink. So I'm not gonna say that it's like a total, like 100% success, like this is the best thing ever, because it also like made a bunch of stuff everywhere. But it's not a fail, I would say. Okay guys, so I waited forever for the roses and carnations to dry. The tulips didn't take as long to dry, so I did go ahead and get them cut out, and as you see, they did really good. And so then I went ahead and did the roses and the carnations because they were finally done drying, and I was planning on just getting them all printed and cut out and showing that all, showing you guys kind of the finished product of how they look. But the roses didn't, I don't know what happened. They didn't come out right. I only have, I mean, I'll show you. This is the best that I got out of all 8 of them, is this one. And you might be able to tell from this one that it shifted when it was cutting. But here, I'll show you like one of the, all of the other ones came out like this. And I don't know how that happened. Because the carnations came out perfect. So I don't know. The carnations and the tulips came out great, but the roses, I don't know, it shifted somehow between printing, waiting for them to dry, laminating, getting them over to the cutter. Maybe, I mean, it doesn't really make that much sense, but maybe it was too long in between. Like maybe I need to keep the Cricut page for that one like open so that where it prints, it remembers exactly where it is on the page, so that when I go to cut it, it will be exactly lined up. I don't know, because that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, because like I said, the tulips and the carnations turned out fine, and I didn't do anything different for them. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there. So I'm gonna come back over tomorrow and I'll redo the roses, and hopefully they print out correctly this time. I was planning on coming over again tomorrow anyway, because I'm gonna be getting my other boards put up over at the Cricut table right here. And I might end up going and getting a bigger whiteboard, because I mean, this is a good length or good height, but I feel like it might need to be a little bit wider. So I might be going and getting a new one of those tomorrow. But I just wanted to let you guys know what happened with that, because I was planning on coming back and being like, oh look, here's all 3 of them, how they turned out. You know, so cute for Valentine's, but that's not always how it works. So I'm gonna redo the roses tomorrow and get those boards put up. So I will tune back in with you guys whenever it is the next day. Okay guys, it is the next day. I'm back over at the office. I went out and got a new whiteboard. Like I said I was going to get a little bit bigger one than this. I'm gonna have it's a little bit bigger this way, just so I can write more of my to-do lists out. I didn't want one taller, so I got one longer. And then my dad is gonna come and hang up the new pegboard for me right here. But while all that's happening, I'm going to print out the roses and see if they work this time. And since there's going to be some other stuff going on in the office while I'm doing that, I'll just cut back in with you guys once they've cut out to see how they've done. So I will get that started and we'll see how they do this time. Okay, we got the backer board and the new whiteboard hung up, and I got the roses printed. So printed and cut. So I want to see how they did. I peeked already. It looks like they cut correctly. So let me set you guys up and do the reveal. Okay, I have you guys in an area where you should be able to see. I'm gonna release it, and yeah, they look like they did correctly. Yeah, it looks like they might have very slightly shifted up a little bit this time, but I definitely prefer that over what it was doing last time. So there we go. Oh, I don't know why the rose was giving me such problems. I don't know. I did do a Cricut recalibration while we were doing the pegboard and everything, just to make sure that that wasn't affecting it at all, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe that fixed it. I don't know why the other ones would have been doing correctly whereas this one didn't, but I don't know. I got those done, so yes. So here they are, the new stickers for Valentine's Day. The rose, the carnation. I really like the colors on that one. I think that's really fun. And the tulip, which again, I don't know if people are necessarily going to understand that it's a tulip, but at least it's a pretty pink flower. I'll have to figure out how to cut up all this footage for you guys. But I think that's going to be all that I show in this one. Okay guys, back in my corner. This is the outro. we ended up with difficulties with that rose, but it seems like at least one of the stickers we end up having one issue happen, but I was able to get that fixed. I am actually really happy with how all three of those flowers came out. I ended up recording quite a bit of footage, so we'll have to see how I end up chopping this all up for you. But I hope you like this video. I'm going to design or finish designing my moths and go through the process of getting those printed and cut out, and then from there do spiders and do maybe the turtles next. So I'll be back with you, I think, to do those in the next video, unless I think of something else to do in between. But it shouldn't be as long of a time in between videos, since now it's past the holiday season and past some of the birthdays that my family has, and I've gotten over my sickness, so I'm hoping I'll see you guys sooner than the time that it's taken for this video to come out. But in the meantime, if you want to continue to follow me, I do have links to my TikTok, Instagram, and of course my shop, all down in the description. I also have my LinkTree down there, which just puts all of the links in one place for you guys. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment. It doesn't have to be about this video. It can be just you saying hello or replying to something somebody else said. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I think that's everything I'm supposed to say. Oh, you can hit the bell for notifications so that you get notified whenever I do upload a new video. I think I'm also gonna start posting some shorts, some similar content like my TikToks and Instagrams. Try to get those started over here as well. So I think that's all that I need to say. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. There we go. Subscribe to the channel if you want to continue on this journey with me. And hit the bell. Already said that. So yes, that's all of the YouTube things that I'm supposed to say. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, YouTube!